Today, we are going to talk all about Instagram trends that we anticipate seeing in 2026. And I've got Manu here, and we're going to give our rundown, our insight into what we think is going to happen this year on Instagram. So, Manu, let's talk first about what we saw at the end of 2025. And as we transition into 2026, what trends do you expect to see on Instagram?
Yeah, so I am seeing two things specifically. If we don't go too deep into strategy, but just like creation, content creation, one thing that I'm seeing is that the lip syncing type of reel is kind of, I don't say dead or out. People are using it less. Of course, you can still do them if you like them. If you see a audio that really resonates, it's fine. But before it used to be like 80% of what people did, or at least the small business and small creators did. I feel like people are using the audio more with their B-roll videos, or even if they record something, it's just a little more like a combination of different clips, cutouts, and or even speaking to the camera. But I don't see too much more, and I don't see us doing that in the future as much more with the lip syncing. Not to say that we can use the funny lines, but you would use that more in like a background and you make a face to it or something more than the lip syncing. And the second one that I think it's pretty awesome, and for us who are in the business of content template, it's pretty nice, is that I see a lot of trends on Instagram right now are visual post trends. They're not real trends. I think we got used to kind of saying trends and we think of the latest audio in a reel and everybody doing the same thing in the reel. But now I'm seeing lots of cute, very cute trends that are visual. And lots of collages, lots of cutouts, lots of little things like that, which you see with little emojis, or the fake emojis, which I would call the little ones when you just like get a little photo of something and cut out. So we're seeing a lot of that. And also the white outlines made a big return right now. I remember when we did my branding in 2018, it was all about white outlines. And then I feel like white outlines are everywhere. And then it got kind of like old news, people pull away from it, and now it came back really strong, like maybe mid 2025, and I don't see that going anywhere for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the other thing with the trends that we're seeing, I know you mentioned like the B-roll with like text overlay. I think we're also seeing like trends with written words. Like people are using the same like hook and then adding their own spin on it. I think there was one recently that it was like, listen to yourself, or in your 20s, you'll hear something, something, something. Make sure you listen to it. So I think those trends are some of my favorite because so fast to jump on, so quick and easy, and don't require you to act or sing or dance, which is like what I think trends we've associated with in the past. So I've personally been loving those. Or we're using the same kind of like fun song. Like there's been a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs that are all of a sudden trending again.
A
I
friend of mine was
know.
like, "Oh, my 15-year-old really loves Fleetwood Mac Silver Springs," and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it's because it's trending again. What do you think we're gonna see with like memes and trends this year? Because this one, I feel like it ebbs and flows, and I think we're coming back into a meme cycle. At least I feel that
Yeah,
way.
no, I love that you brought it up because that's something I thought about. The memes to me are also kind of out with the Giphy type of memes with a celebrity photo or whatever, which is great because we don't have to navigate that,
Rocky copyrights.
waters of like intellectual property and copyright infringement, and also just not use other people's images for
Yeah.
for no reason. But a lot of the trends that I was mentioning to you, I feel like they are memes, but they're memes with ourselves and with emojis and with, so it's just like that feeling when, it could also be me when I do this, or me, and then like I saw a cute one there was for Christmas, and it was like people say it's so hard to shop for you, literally me, and then it's all this cutout of
Yes.
things once, and it's like lots of things they love.
Yep.
So I think those are the new memes, and that's really
Yeah.
great news for all of us content creators because they are easier to produce. You can use templates, and also you don't have to like maybe use some other people's images that you
Yeah.
get the rights to.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And now I also think that trends are easier and faster to jump on. Whereas I feel like when Reels first came out, everybody wanted these like skit-based trends and it would take you hours to edit. And I'm like, I love that the trends are kind of skewing more towards like lower lift content. They're making it a lot easier. How do you help business owners decide which trend to jump on and which one is like worth their time?
Yeah, so I mean that really depends, right? Because you can talk about a content creator who literally makes thousands of dollars for one reel because that's their brand partnership, or a business owner that has a very small account and mostly sells behind the scenes. Maybe they have a brick and mortar, or maybe they work with their local community, or they are a service provider and have 10 monthly clients and they don't need any. So you have to kind of act differently to the type of business you have. Now, as far as jumping to trends, I would say I don't see anyone out here, small business owners, where no matter what niche, that are like, I have all this time in my hands, I don't know what to do with it. It's
Yes.
quite neat, but everybody's like, really, a business owner has to wear lots of hats, do lots of things. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say when it's worth it to use your time for trends, it's when you can do them fast.
Yes.
And or if they really resonate to something that you want to say. So I would say like 90%. I talk about it like my 90-10, reel
Yeah.
strategy. 90% of my reels, as you know, are very quick to produce,
Yes.
or either I use our own templates from your template club, or I'm just create them with B-roll and write something. I've been using edits a lot lately, and it's just
Yeah.
getting better, which is exciting.
Yes.
Just do a quick thing. And then every now and then I see an idea that either I'm super excited about and I'm like, I'm just going to put time into it because it sounds fun to me.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we have some of those during the holidays too. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
the year in recap or something. Those take a little longer. I posted one of those digital dumps. Like that took a little
So
longer to
good.
create. It's so good. I used the templates. Didn't take a huge amount of time. But maybe it took me an hour to edit.
Yeah.
And it was fun for me. It's not something I thought it was gonna blow up or bring me a lot of sales. It was fun for me. So I
Yeah.
think we should think of that as a very valid reason as well to put a little more time into a piece of content. But for the rest of it, it's just try to jump on the ones that are quick, and then you can see easily how to apply for your own business. And I'll tell you not to jump on the ones that you just write the exact same thing with your own video, because that's
Yeah.
not jumping on a trend, that's copying someone's reel.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that's really important. I think it's always apply them to your niche. And we have no excuse anymore not to do that because there's AI there for those that are not naturally creative. We have to apply it for our own ideas and business and niche, not just repeat the same exact joke that the other person did.
I totally agree with that. And at least for me, because I think you lean a little bit heavier on some of the trends. And I think even with some of my content, I've been jumping on them more and more recently just because I also think they're a lot more fun this time around and they're not so involved. But
They
for
seem
me,
more
it's like
doable.
they are. Or it's like for me, I know as long as I have a message behind the trend, that's like what was the big thing for me is like, I'm not going to jump on it just to jump on it, but I have to be able to put my own spin. That's why I love what you mentioned with like, don't just copy everybody else's trend, put your own spin on it. And like, that's always like that's how I figure out if I want to jump on the trend or not. Do I have something to add? Do I have something to say? That kind of thing. But I do have to say, how are we making trends easier for business owners this year? We just added a new feature to your template club. So let's talk about it.
Speaking of trends, in your template club or template membership, we always have been heavily focused on trends. And because our business is small and we have a very small team, my dog is sleeping here, part of the team as well, yours in the background as well.
Sleeping.
Clearly not doing much work. So we have a
Oh.
very small team. We are able to turn things around fast. There's not like a long round of approvals from a corporation. So we are able to come up with very trendy templates easily, but we wanted to do even more of that instead of putting in our regular packs that we add to the club. So we did a little bit of a change and we created something called trend drops. And those are the latest trends as they start showing up. We don't wait till it's time to send people templates or to put them in the club. What we do is we send them randomly. There's not a time, there's not a number of how many we'll send during the month. It's just we see it, we test it, and we send it out. So you're gonna get in your template club 2 or 3 trends during the month, because we also send you a lot of other stuff and you have access. So trust me, that's more than enough. But you get like a mini pack that has maybe like, I always say 2 to 3, but I haven't done one with less than 4 yet.
I know. I was like, there's always a lot.
Trends. So we'll send these trends, and they're usually visual trends. Sometimes they're real, sometimes they're carousel, sometimes they're feed posts. But we do all the stuff for you. Like for example, we did Wrapped right the same day that Spotify came
Same day.
out. Like hours later, we had it. We're waiting for that one, so we could make that happen so fast. And then of course it'll vary a little bit when people start seeing the trends. But as we start seeing them, we get the ones that we think it's really worth it for people to jump on. And I think that's the other thing we are making that decision for you. Like these are the ones we already pre-selected for you to jump on. And that's how you apply to your own business. So yeah, I'm loving the trend drops. They're so fun and it makes me put more trends on my own account as well. And you and I and your template club, your social team and your inbox team,
Everything.
all the babies.
Yeah. So let's leave everybody with like one piece of advice, one tip on how you personally going to use trends to sell more next year. I want to get the
Oh, yeah.
rundown.
So I think trends are actually great to sell because that's what people are paying attention. However, this is a really good advice when it comes to sales because sometimes we're like, oh, I have this thing to sell. So I'm going to do this really elaborate thing to sell. What happens is that if you do that elaborate thing to sell, people pay attention on the elaborate, on your outfit, on the transitions, on the editing, on the original music, whatever craziness that you put into it. They're not going to pay attention to the sale message. I've done that many times and it always the same outcome. So use the fun, crazy ones to just engage people and use the quick trends that people understand to sell. So for example, when we had that one that exploded late last year, which was like in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s,
Yes.
someone will tell you to do this, it's important you don't listen or you listen. That was a very easy one to use for sales because for example, I did the wrapped templates, which we gave away as a freebie to people. So I said something like, oh, in December, you feel the urge to create free wrap templates for everybody. It's very important that you do it, So I think that's a very easy thing for people to be like, oh, she created free templates for everybody, and people go to my caption. That's a very easy one. Now, if I created an original song and I had 3 outfits and I had people pay attention to the production, not the sales message. So keep it simple when you're trying to sell and do a lot of it with the easiest trends possible.
Yeah. And especially, I love the message behind with the sale. It's easy to jump on trends, tie in a sales message. And then it's also, we don't always want to promise engagement, but there is more attention on trends. So if you can get more eyeballs on that sales message, the more you have potential to sell somebody, which I think is like going to be so helpful in 2026 because we're all tired of being quote unquote sold to on social media. But I'm like, you know what? It still works. It still works. Yeah.
I also would say like, if you don't get all the eyes on that one piece of content, you get that amount of eyes in 10 pieces of content. So that's one of the reasons I don't stress about engagement because I'm like, you know what? I rather tell 50 people what I'm up to, what I have for them, as opposed to try to hit 10,000 people that maybe are not.
May or may not. Yeah.
May or may not. So I think it's important to think that put the sales message in there with the trends, whether they perform better than your other content or not. The people who see it, think of the people who see it. They already are in the joke. So it starts from a common place with them as opposed to starting from scratch. And that's a really good way to make people pay attention to your message.
But we want to say, if you guys want to jump on more trends this year as a small business owner, definitely sign up for your template club. We have the random trend drops along with monthly content packs and other templates that we have in our template library. And so we would love for you guys to join your template club. And it's the best way to jump on trends this year.
And when you join, you also get access to all the trends we've done so far. And one thing to mention is that I've noticed some of the trends that they kind of get cold a little bit and then they come hot again. So I just see a couple of things happening. Like right now at Christmas, everybody brought back the swipe, hold, and swipe.
Yes.
To animate the carousel, the interactive carousel. We have done that months ago, and so it's important to have access to that stuff because you never know when you need it.